Alright, welcome to Catherine the Paint. I have leftover resin, so I'm going to do this little, I think it's 8-inch. Let's see. Yeah. I have this little 8-inch cradle board, and I have this leftover resin, so we're going to just play with it. And this was probably just going to be the first layer. I will probably come back tomorrow and do another layer with some who knows what. This resin, which is KSResin, has silver glitter in it, so that's going to be our base, and it is sticky warm. We are running out of time, guys. All right, maybe warm it up a little. If I can get it to spread. Oh yeah, there we go. That helps so much. So if I can just get it covered with this clear sparkly resin, then I'm going to use the colors on it, and that will be our first layer. Resin goes where resin already is, so if you want it to flow, it's good to start there. All right, this is a color from Just Resin that I made out of their midnight blue and their fuchsia. And this is the fuchsia that I had left over. We're definitely going to need more resin, but I did not want to waste this, and I thought this would make a good first coat. Alright, so I still have quite a bit of this amazing dark purple. So this doesn't have to look amazing today. We can still work on it more tomorrow. All right. All right. Also, I have some resin with some Castin Craft in it, so I'm just going to use it too, if it'll still come out. I think that's all I'm going to get out of that. Oh, there we go. Things love to make a liar out of me. Alright, so I think I have a little more of the Castin Craft white in this cup, so see if we can get it to move a little. All right, so far so fun. Hold on one sec. All right, here's what we've got. Sorry about the ring light. Trying to. The whites made some effects over here. You can see the glitter. A little bit, not too much. Not bad for some leftover resin. So much fun. All right, well, we will see if we're going to add something to it tomorrow. I'll be back. All right, I am back, and I have decided to put on a second coat of resin. I really wasn't crazy about the color of the wood board that's showing through. So I felt like it needed more resin anyway, so I've decided to use the leftover resin I have again. So now this board's getting more leftover resin. So I am putting down the clear first that I had left over and just making sure it's covering the whole thing. And now I have this gold that I'm putting on the corners to cover that wood. So I thought the gold is still kind of similar in color, but it just has more depth, I feel like, than just the plain wood. So I've covered both corners with the gold and put a little bit in the middle. This gold is the Sakura Gold Pearl. So all my materials will be listed below, but I just like to tell you guys as we go also. So I'm warming up the resin a little bit so it will move around. So yeah, running out of time, got to get it moving. So I didn't have quite enough resin to cover every spot adequately. So I believe we are going to do another coat also. So I had a little bit of blue, and this was a really light blue that I had mixed up for a flower coaster that I did. So it's in a baggie, so I'm squeezing it out in lines, and it actually has some white alcohol ink and a little bit of the Castin Craft white, and then I added some blue to that also. Didn't like the squiggles in that line right there, so kind of straightened it out with the stick. Gonna put some gold over top of it. Really wanted the lines to kind of flow and have a fluid movement to them. All right, guys,
Okay,
what's next?
I think we are going to do the final coat on this little painting here. I'm happy with what has happened so far, except that there were some blank spots in the last one, but it still needed another coat anyway. So I let the resin get a little too sticky last time. It was really hard to spread, so hopefully this one time will not be so crazy, hopefully. But I don't know if you can see the effects with the gold. When I lean it, you can see it's like straight. It's really cool. I really like some of the effects in this. So I don't know how much of that we're gonna lose though, so let's just do it. Today, I am going to use, I had used this luster right here, and it's getting lost right here, so I'm going to use a little bit of that. Just a little bit, I don't want a whole bunch. And then I'm going to mix in some midnight blue, which is what I had done to make this purple. But I want it to be a little more, a lighter purple, not quite so almost black like here. I want it more like this. So, we're going to do that, hopefully. I've got some midnight already mixed up. I'll add a little bit of that to my luster after I do a little bit of luster on here. And then I want mostly clear to add some purple and some pink, just a little bit. So I'm going to cover it with the white, with the clear first. Try to make sure. Yeah, see, it's so much easier to move when you don't wait too long. So I'm going to try to make sure it's everywhere this time. And if I need to put a clear coat on this after this coat, then that's fine too. I'm open. It's been fun playing around with it. This is really different, but it's fun just to see the effects you're going to get. All right, so there's the clear down. Trying to get my hands clean. These baby wipes are amazing, because I don't want these things to stick shut. All right, so I need a little cup. Hold on just a second. All right, so I don't want a ton of this fuchsia, but isn't that gorgeous though? I want to dump the whole thing on there. No, just kidding. So just gonna get a little bit. Don't need much because I don't have much resin. Okay, there we go. So, just gonna mix that in. Do not stick your resiny stick back in these containers because it will ruin the whole entire pot of your paste. So you don't want that to happen. It hasn't happened to me. I was warned. So I'm hoping I never do that by accident. These things are a great investment, but if you ruin it after the first time you use it, then not such a good investment then, huh? All right, so I'm going to do some more lines to go along with these that I already have. I'm not attached to anything that's already on here. So if I lose something, I'm okay with that. I am just randomly doing some lines. Okay. All right, now I'm going to mix a little bit of this midnight in here. See if I can get a medium color instead of a crazy intense color. Probably not. Yeah, I should have went with less. Should have started with less. Okay. All right. We gotta get a clean stick. Actually, I'm gonna use one of these little spoons. I think I can wipe these and not waste. I'm gonna put a little bit of the clear in here. Okay, I think that's gonna be a good purple. Yeah, there we go. That's more of the fuchsia in it. Okay, that's a good color. All right. Oops. Alright, so at this point on this type of thing, just play with it until you're happy. I'm gonna heat it up and move it around a bit and then see where we're at. Alright. Pop all the bubbles. And then kind of warm it up and move it around a little, if you would like. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm really just learning resin painting, so I've done more molds and stuff. Fairly new to resin at all, anyway, so just trying to learn different techniques, different styles, different effects. Alright, so for fun, I'm just gonna run my stick through it a little bit. Now I've got some clear, I'm just kind of putting some lines on it. I don't know if that'll move the color that is there. It's on the top layer a little. Yeah. Alright. Kind of wish I had done that right there. Well, it will continue to move, so. All right, here's what we got. So we will let it dry, and once it is dry, I will take the tape off and we will come in for close-ups. Thank you so much for hanging with me. I'll be back. All Alright, here are the dried results of this one. I do believe it's finished, but you never know. So let's go in for some close-ups. There's a lot of depth by adding 3 different layers. It has some gold streaks, like the gold streaked a little bit. I think it's really cool. It has some different effects. Well, it was fun learning to use resin for paintings. Just get more comfortable with it, and play around with it, explore what you can do. So there we go. Let me know what you guys think. Please like and subscribe. Be inspired.